Hey guys, and how's it going? Maniac Moore here. Previously on the channel we were working on this. It is a Kt17. It came out of my John Deere 317. I made a video previously. I know today is Wednesday. I know today's video is going to be up late. I just got a new memory card for my camera. So we're going to go on ahead and get the first video done on it and see how it does. This is a Kt17 Kohler. It came out of the 317. I posted a video a couple weeks ago asking what you guys wanted me to do. If you wanted to see the engine get rebuilt, if you wanted to see me put a different motor in it. A lot of people said rebuild the engine, and a lot of people said put a different one in it. I think I have decided to make the executive order, and I think I am just going to find a 16 horse or a 14 horse, 12 horse, something like that I could throw in that 317. I don't think I'm going to fool with this engine. I went around and I looked online. Rebuild kit for this motor is $200. I could buy gaskets. Now, here's the thing. The rebuild kit for this is $200. If I go on eBay, I found a set of gaskets for $14. I found another rod for 30 something, which wasn't bad. But I did some thinking about it and I thought, you know, we'll put it back together. It's a Series 1. It's a Series 1 Kohler. It's an opposed twin. It has no oil pump. I don't think it has an oil pump. I think it's just got the things that go down in little dippers. But we'll get all that done. We'll get it put back together, get it running again. And next thing you know, it's going to end up blowing up again, probably after 100 hours. And I thought about that for a while, and I thought, you know, I really don't want to do that. Because to take the engine apart, you pretty much got to pull everything off of it. You got to tear the whole motor down, split the block, take the cylinders off, and go from there. So, what I think I'm going to do is I think I am just going to say forget it to this engine. We will take it apart. I do want to see what it looks like inside, what happened. We are going to take it apart. We're not putting it back together. However, this engine is done. It had, I think when I looked at the hour meter on the tractor, it said 200, not 200. I think it said 2,000, somewhere around 2,000 hours on that engine and probably on this transmission, right? Yeah, 2,700. So it's got a lot of hours on it. More than likely the cylinders are going to need to be bored. It's going to need a lot of work done to it if it didn't burn oil before. If it didn't burn oil before, more than likely when we put it back together it will. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I am going to just go on ahead and say forget it to this engine. However, there was recently been doing some thinking and some looking around. I went back and watched my one video on that junkyard we went to. There was a 312. It was there, not in very good shape. I don't know the history behind it. I was thinking about buying it. It's got a 12 horse Kohler in it, and it would have the correct engine mounts I would need. What I was thinking about doing was getting that 312, take the engine out of it and take the mounts out of it, put the engine mounts in this frame, put that engine in this frame, get it running, and try this machine out and see how it works. The transmission's good. I know the transmission's good. I tested it. I turned the starter over and put it in gear, and it went in reverse as well. So I know the transmission's good. No questions about that. I also pulled the relief valves out of it, relief valves, whatever you call them, from right there, and I cleaned them up real good, got them going again. So, and it's got rear hydraulics. A lot of people also who I talked to said this would be a perfect candidate for an engine swap. Somebody said put a diesel in it, one of them Yanmar clone diesels, and I thought, hell, that'd be really cool. But I don't know if I want to do that or not. I'll probably just end up leaving it this, or a gas motor. So I know you see it sitting there. That is a 10 horse. No, I'm not mounting it. It is just sitting there. I was fitting it in to see how it would look. seeing how the holes would line up and everything, that's what made me decide maybe I ought to get that 312. take the engine mounting brackets out of it, put them in this, and get this thing going again. What do you guys think? So, like I said though, I am looking for a 16 horse. If somebody has a 316 Kohler or has a 16 horse and the engine mounts to mount the engine into this tractor, please let me know. As far as I know, the 17s and 16s are the same, all except for I think this has a 17 horse twin and the 316 Kohler has a 16 horse. And also the 300 is the exact same as this as well, all except for a couple different things. So, like I said though, if anybody has a 300 or a 316 they're interested in selling with a good engine, please let me know. I know you see it. The fridge is gone. It is not gone. It is sitting over there. Had a whole bunch of mouse shit in it. I left it open all winter to keep it from getting moldy inside, and I opened it up and it was full of mice shit. I put a mouse trap out, killed all the mice, got rid of them, so no more worrying about it. But I'm cleaning it out. I'm letting it sit right now and dry. So yeah, that's where we're going from there. So I guess let's go on ahead. I'm going to put you guys in the stand. We're going to get this motor pulled apart, see what it looks like, and I'm probably going to end up parting it out. There's a lot of parts on here that I was told go for quite a bit of money, which I was kind of surprised by. So I guess that's what we're going to do with it. I'm not sure exactly how much things on it are worth, but I guess we'll find out as we go. I almost thought about getting this engine going again, but I don't think I'm going to. So let's go on ahead and let's take this guy apart and see what he looks like inside. So let's go on ahead and get this guy taken apart. I've never taken apart a Kt17 before, so this could be interesting. And being as it's a Series 1, that's another reason I don't want to screw with this, because they got a bad reputation. I'd rather not fix it, get it going again, and end up having to take it apart or find out it blew up on me again, or get it running again and sell it and have it blow up on somebody else. So I'd rather just take this thing apart, get the pieces I want off of it, and just part the rest. So let's go on ahead. Where do we want to start? What do we want to take off first? We probably want to take the filter out. I'll probably end up keeping this air filter assembly. I don't know. Everything on here is for sale, I guess. So if you need pieces, you need parts, let me know. For a Kt17, this is a Series 1. I think I confirmed that. So I took the tins off of it already just to get that out of the way and done, so you guys wouldn't have to watch that. I did that while I had no camera. Let's take the points cover off and just see how the points look. It does kind of suck what happened to it, but, and I'm not saying it's done. Maybe if it's not too bad, we might possibly fix it, you know, but I just don't want to have to take this motor apart again. And taking it apart, it looks like it's going to be a pain. And a lot of people told me, they go, have fun getting that thing apart. Those are a pain. So that really made me want to take it apart even more. Longer screwdriver. What do you guys think? Let's see how the points on here look. I don't think they'll be too bad, judging they've been covered up. Oh, the cover came surprisingly right off. Well, they actually don't look half bad. They look brand new. And I'm being completely honest when I tell you that. They got a little bit of corrosion on them, but they look brand new just about. Right there. I bet you somebody replaced those at some point. That's cool. The condenser ties right into the points, it would appear. That's cool. And this goes up to the coil right here. Is there any other stuff we want to take off? We need to take this off. Okay. Where's my impact? There it is. Which socket do you have? Okay, we'll need the 1/2" socket. There we go. Take the muffler off. Maybe it won't. We could take this off though. Maybe this one as well. No, we can't. Coil's in the way. Actually, the coil might actually come out. What do you guys think? Are we going to get lucky? Maybe it didn't ruin the block completely. Maybe it just broke the rod and that was it. I'm kind of hoping that was. I don't know, we may end up fixing it. More than likely we won't, but we'll see. Definitely don't look terrible from right here. When I took it out of the tractor, I don't know how you're supposed to get it out. I was told you're supposed to be able to slide it apart. I was unable to slide the drive shaft off, so I just took the bolts out of the drive shaft and pulled it back. I don't know how you're supposed to do it, but that's how I did it. So, for those of you wondering how I took it apart, okay, what is holding you? Should not be anything else holding this in here, I wouldn't think. Loose. Shouldn't be anything else. I don't want to hit it too hard though and break it. Alright, what's holding this down? That's loose. Is it something up here? It couldn't be the linkages holding it in, could it? Is that it right there? Yes, that looks to be it. Alright, well, there we go. Cool. Another one out. So then, there. Look at that, we got it. So then our linkages should slide out. Right? I would think they would. Just slide right off. This one will. It's just a little spring. That one came out. This one might be trouble. This is our throttle right here. I was thinking the one with the spring was the throttle and that one was, this one up here was the choke. For whatever reason, but I guess not. There we go. Cool. This is a completely different animal than what I'm used to. I'm used to single cylinder engines. I've never really taken apart a twin before. I've worked on a twin, but I've never taken one apart. I think that I've worked on a couple twins. Okay, what's holding you in? Come on, come out of there. Come on. It don't want to. I think this washer is holding it in. No, come on. Come on. What's holding it? You guys. Is one of you not telling me something? Come on, who's holding it? That should. Maybe it'll just bend off. There we go. I think that's what was holding it. Come on. Come on out of there. Is it underneath? No. Actually, there we go. No, yeah, it was underneath that bracket. Huh. And right there's our fuel line, which is still hooked up. Where are you at? There you are. You know what? I should have grabbed my red pliers. These aren't my red ones, but they'll do. I had to pull my barber chair over here and sit down. I did bring that over here to sit in. I've been cleaning up around here, making the shop a little bit more user-friendly. And it just crossed my mind, I brought my barber chair over here to sit in when I work on projects like this. So we're going to take it. Just going to use it, but nah. I wonder if this has the same fuel pump as a single cylinder would. Would this engine have the same fuel pump as a single cylinder would? I think it would, but I'm not sure. You just got to flip the pump around. If that's the case, I'm just going to cut this line. There we go. Let's cut. There we go. We got that taken out. Alright, what are you stuck on? We'll take that off there. And we'll take those off as well. Just so we can get all the electronical stuff off. Probably going to end up keeping those points. Maybe put them on something else. Because they actually don't look that bad. Will that slide off now? There we go, right there. So then we'll take that, and we will also take you. I would take the points off instead, but I'd rather not lose the plunger that's inside of that. There we go, it's out of there. We gotta take the, I'm just gonna take the stator off. That's probably the way to go. Where's my screwdriver? This guy, this is the one I was looking for, but I guess it'll work. Yeah, I don't think so. Maybe it's 3/8. Might be. Where is 3/8? I was just looking at it, and now it's gone. There it is. I think you're 3/8. No, it might be. Put you there. I know what size they are. They're 5/16. Try this guy out and see if he works. No. I think at this point I'm getting desperate. We'll try this guy out and see if he, no. Five-eighths, or not 5/8, 5/16. That's what I meant. And before I forget, we got to take the exhaust manifold off. We could even just take that exhaust off probably and be fine. I bet you this cylinder, or this the stator is probably the exact same as what's on the 10 and 12 horse coilers. If I was in the 8 horses, bet you if I was to swap them around, we'd be able to do that. Because it looks just about the exact same as them, and it also just about looks to be the same as the 8 horse. I think the 8 horses have shorter. I think the 8 horses is just a little bit thinner though. I think. I'm not quite sure on that one. Ready? There we go. That came off. So that can go. We'll put these back. This seal looks like it needs help. Let me move you guys over here so you can see what I'm doing. There we go, that's a little bit better. Now you guys can actually see what I'm doing. So that needs to come off right there. We need a 1/2 inch wrench probably. Maybe even a breaker bar. I'm just going to grab a breaker bar, not a breaker bar, a ratchet. Don't break it, there it goes. Ooh. That one came loose. Try not to do any damage to these. I'd like to get them to come off there and not do any damage or break the thread. Because if that happens, I definitely can't reuse them. Not that I can. Grabbed a 3. we go. So that's all done. So now, that was a lot easier than I was expecting. I was figuring they would be a little bit harder to get off. So we'll put this over here. Like that. Wow, look how small this motor looks now. Looks little. So I want to try to get this plate off of here. I don't want to take this clutch apart if I don't have to. It looked like these bolts right here hold this clutch on. And then there's a couple more down there. I don't want to take these off because I'll split the clutch. So what do we want to do now? Do we want to take the cylinder off? I heard a lot of you guys say yes. So I guess that's what we're going to do. We're going to go on ahead and take the cylinder off. I need a, I think 9/16 wrench. Let's see. There we go. I'm going to hope that's for the... Oh. There we go. And we'll get that one. So now we'll get... Which cylinder did I say it was that broke? It was that one. Okay. I think it was that one. Oh, well, I guess it don't hurt to take them both off and look at them. I wish that we could get to these with the impact. Make them a lot easier, but that's fine. Then there's a couple on that side. And I think there's more on bottom. Come on out. There we go. We got it. There's our first jug. They actually don't look half bad inside of there. If you take a look at it, see the bore right there and everything else. So I would say this jug is good. Maybe. I wouldn't bet everything I own on that, but I guess the other side is going to prove to be interesting when we go to take it apart. Like I said though, it's a good thing we're not planning on reusing this motor. Let's grab a flashlight and see what it looks like inside of there. So taking a look inside of here, I know you can't see it, but right there's the other cylinder, right there's the rod. Yeah, that rod definitely took some damage when I don't know where that's it right there, I bet. The other chunk of the cylinder, the other rod. Maybe that's it. No, maybe not. Maybe that's not it. No, there's another one just like it right there. Right there's the cam. No, wait a minute. What is that? What is that? That ain't no cam. Is that an oil pump? It's right here. I think it is an oil pump. I didn't know these had oil pumps. I thought they had the little splashers that came off the bottom of them. Huh, I guess not. So, that's cool. Yeah. And there's the other cylinder over there, so yeah. So I guess, need a new crank, or the crank would need to be surfaced. So yeah, I guess it's not worth screwing with. I'm going to take it over here and I'm going to drain what oil is in it out. It's still got some oil left in it. So let me do that here quick, and once I drain the oil, I'll bring you all back. Took it over and I drained all the oil out of it that it was left. So now all we need to do is take it apart. I think the bolts, yeah, I think all the bolts are just on this side over here. Yeah, I don't think there's any on the other side. So, get this thing split. And after we get it split, we'll have to dive into it a little further. I don't really think anything else needs to come off. So, yeah, I figured. So we'll have to crack them all loose, I guess. I was really hoping that that would take them out. Oh, come on. There's one. Here's two. Gee, why won't those come loose? There we go. Cool. So this one back here. That one's loose. There we go. So we got this one up here. There we go. I know it's not just 3 bolts that hold it together. There's got to be more. Actually, I think they're all on the other side. All the ones that are left. I got the ones off back here. This one. Ready? There we go. There we go. So all of them are loose now. I bet you there's another one. There's more over here. Yeah, I thought so. So I guess this cylinder is going to have to come off too. Can't get away with just one. Damn. I was really hoping, but I guess not. We'll have to take this one off as well, so this could be fun. The other one wasn't that fun either at all. Okay, yeah, this one's going to be a bitch. Well, maybe not. Come on. Come on off. Okay, for whatever reason it wants to. Cool. Let me stop the camera here actually, and I'll bring you guys back here later. So I got all the nuts out of here. Let's go on ahead and get this off here. I don't want to make you guys sit there through that. Ready? Maybe it'll come out. Head's loose. Yes, it is. What else are we missing? Everything is unbolted. Yeah, everything is unbolted, so why won't this come out? Well, it's loose. There it goes. Come on. Come on. Come on. I figured this one would be the easiest since it's got the blown out rod. I know that's not what's holding it. So then what's holding it? Come on up. Don't be shy. Right there's the piston, I think. Okay, so it's stuck. Why don't you want to come off? I had a mini crowbar a long time ago. I cannot find it. It has gone missing. I've seen it around, so I know it's still here, but I can't find it. So if I could find that mini crowbar, that would be awesome. I could use that. But I can't, unfortunately, so we just gotta... Oh, that's the cylinder. That's what I'm hitting. I forgot the plug also went into the block. So what are we hitting? What the? Oh, where is that? There's a nut. Are we hitting this? Can't be. Okay. Trying to think of what we could be. There's something over here. And I'm wondering if those washers were the problems. It is not coming over something over here. Could it be because of the... No, it couldn't. I wouldn't think. I wouldn't think because of that piston. Everything up here is... There it goes. Maybe it's starting to... Here, how about we do this? Okay, so it can't be those. What is it? All right, well, I need something. You guys don't think it could be the piston, do you? I wonder if it is. Maybe we ought to take the cylinder head off and find out. I wonder if it's stuck on the piston. One more. Ready? Cool. Okay, so let's take a look and just see if we can spot whatever it is. Nothing up here. Is that it right there? No. The piston is all the way, well now it's all the way down, but come on off. I'm confused as to what is holding it. At this point, I would think it'd be detached. I don't recommend this. We're just going to try it and see if maybe this will get this to come off. 2 crowbars. That's in the way. There we go. Now we got it. Maybe. We'll put this over here actually, because I don't want these sitting in that oil. So now maybe this, well, awesome. Yeah, right there's the piston. Oh, yeah, look at that. It took out the piston. See? We'll get that out and we'll look at it here in a bit. But yeah, you can, looks like it might have actually taken a chunk of the block with it. It actually don't look terrible. I can't really tell. but it almost looks like it might have taken a little bit of the block. It definitely broke that piston, no doubt. So the piston will definitely need to be replaced, you know, if we end up deciding we want to. Yeah, there is no bringing this piston back, no doubt at all. And I think it ate into the block, the head actually, now that I'm right here looking at it more. So. Wow. Yeah, that it took a little bit of a damage, don't you think? So yeah, and it looks like it got hammered on right there. This is busted. The head actually doesn't look bad. I mean, looks like right there it might have, well, maybe it didn't. That looks the same on the other side. Yeah, so, well, I'm going to go on ahead and say I think we know what happened now. The rod let go. I don't see it attached to the crank, surprisingly, and it definitely looks like the crank got some scoring for sure. So I have no doubt the crank is going to need to be surfaced. So yeah, that's a no. So I guess we might as well go into it a little more and just, you know, see what happened. Just about no point in giving up now. We might as well go into it. So for those of you wondering, no, I'm not going to fix this. I'm not going to put any money into this motor. From what I see so far, it looks like it's taken some pretty good damage. Because I thought I seen a crack somewhere over here. I don't see it anymore, but there's definitely something there. So yeah, I don't think this motor is going to make it anymore. I think it'll make it. It'll run, you know, but you need a piston, you need a rod, you need gaskets. Cylinder looked like it. I don't think the cylinder will need honed, but I mean, I could get another cylinder for it, but I don't think that would be really worth, you know, taking the time to look around for one. So I think I could probably get an engine cheaper than what I'd have into this engine to get it going again. So I guess we're just going to go on ahead and say goodnight to it. Obviously, we're going to take it apart and see what it looks like, you know, but I wish that it would. I wish it would have been already nothing wrong with it. Just had to turn the key and get it going. That would have been awesome. So, yeah. I guess I should have checked it when I went and looked at it first. That probably would have saved me the trouble of dealing with it now. Because I'd have looked at it and seen what was wrong with it and said no, I probably wouldn't have bought it. However, the frame is still good. It's good for an engine rebuild. Or not engine rebuild, an engine swap. If I decided to go that route. Come on. Come on. Well guys, I think this is where we're going to end the video today. I know we really didn't get to do much with it. I tried taking this off of here and it is not coming off. It is stuck on there pretty damn good. I tried taking this back plate off, leaving these 4 bolts in, but unfortunately it won't come off. I'm guessing they have to come out of there in order to be able to split the block any further. So, after seeing what I saw with the piston, I would imagine the rod probably slung around and did a bit more damage. And I looked in there and I shook it around. You could hear it. There's a lot of pieces in there. Now that could just be the rod. I didn't see the rod in there, which is really making me wonder. Unless it must have, yeah, I feel a piece of it right there. Unless it just shattered into a whole bunch of pieces. Like I said, I don't know. I imagine once it went, it probably did a whole bunch of damage inside the engine, so I'm just going to leave it right there. I think this is as far into it as I want to go. Maybe later on I'll end up going into it a little bit further and getting the engine split, but I think this is where I'm going to leave it for now. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you need any parts, let me know. I have pretty much a complete Kt17. I've got all the shrouds, the tins, I've got the starter for it. The PTO is on it. I'll sell the whole thing. Not as whole, but I'll sell it as you see it right now, pulled apart probably. It'd probably be cool to put on a shelf or something like that. I don't need it around here. I think the carburetor might still be good. When I looked at it, everything on that looked okay. So I think this is where I'm going to end today's video. I'm in a crunch for time right now. I want to get this uploaded today, not tomorrow. So I'm just going to go on ahead and upload it now. I want to thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching the video today. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I know we really didn't get to do much. I was really hoping maybe we could get this engine running. My original thought was maybe just the rod had busted. I'm almost tempted to put it back together, bolt the carburetor just to this side, plug it off that side, on this side only, and maybe try and get it to run. I don't know if I want to do that though, because I doubt that would work out well. So I think that's where we're going to leave the video for today. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate you guys sticking around with me today and hanging out with me in the shop. I think this is where we're going to end the video. That's it. Take care. See you next time.